Welcome back, good morning, and I hope all is well. Let's finish off this clan boss fight and talk about a couple things. I believe the update 5.1 is coming out soon, very soon, and we want to get ready for that. So, we also have to finish up this clan boss because we don't have much more time left. I've been not staying very active on the clan boss. It's been kind of tough for me. I haven't really been able to focus a lot of attention on it. I do know though, with this rotation, we have this Head of Wrath, which is a pain in the butt, but block buffs is a huge help with this. Block buffs, I get my block buffs from Tuhanarok, so she is key in this rotation, I think. Or Ugo or anyone with the block buffs is pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of go through here real quick and see what kind of damage I can get. Hopefully I can get close to 1 key. I messed up on another rotation this week, or I messed up on another grouping up for a team. I wasn't paying attention, and the Head of Wrath annihilated all of my stinking team, and it was just a waste. It was like a 1.1 million key. It was just a huge waste. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, I'll just kind of go with this and see how far I can get. Damn, lost to Hanrock. Alright. Well, I'm done. I'm good with the Hydra this week. I don't need to get one key. That's okay. Let's just put it on auto and let's call it good from here. I'll get past 10 million, but I messed up on one key already, so that's the way to cook scrambles. Alright, Fusion's coming out really soon. I think so. Today's Tuesday. This is January 11th. I believe there is going to be the updates coming up. I read on the forums this morning. Let me get to that real quick. So if we go down here, let's go to home. Greetings, Raiders. Here we go. A new version of the game 5.1 is gradually appearing in the App Store for iOS users. Please keep in mind that the actual changes will appear in the game later with a server reboot. Feel free to update your game version to be fully prepared beforehand. So if you, looks like if you have an automatic updater, it's just going to update gradually, which is nice. So anyways, yeah, that's good news there. What do we got here? Suzerain, Catan, and Ninja were my big hitters right there. Let me move me out of the way. So Suzerain, 3 million. Ninja, 4 million. Pretty good. Good job. And then I'm just floating around, just hanging out over here. So we got 9.5 million. It's not really that great, especially with 2 key components. You know, I got 2 Hanrock and Krisk. So those guys really help out big time. Tatsura, he's good for the Torment head, but Torment head, as you can see, died and never came back. So what else do we have going on? I made a video yesterday talking about what I want to do for my 1,000 subscriber. A lot of you commented already, and looks like you guys want me to open up 1,000 ancient shards. So I probably will be doing that. Actually, I will be doing that. I'll start saving right now. I already have 96, so it's not too hard for me to save up, and then I'll buy some along the way. So we'll see how fast I get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm really excited for it. If you are ready for the Shadowkin, it's coming. It is a coming. So maybe I can go over a couple champions that would be great to put in your Shadowkin team. So we can start off with Toragi. It's an awesome champion. He will be doing your shield. He will be giving you ally protection. He'll be reflecting damage. He puts provoke. He is an amazing champion. When attack, he has a 50% chance of placing a poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns. This is going to be pretty useful if you want to get some extra damage dealt to the other team without having to do anything. It's a great passive. So he's awesome. He does have an ally resist for an aura, so you can consider that. When it comes to Chonoro, she was the girl that I got 15 times in the last pull when I was trying to do my sacred shards. She has block buffs, but it's only for 1 enemy, but it does have a chance of placing it on her A1, so that's pretty cool. We go to her A2, attacks 3 times at random, can put weaken debuffs, the big weaken, on 3 different targets at random. So it decreases the cooldown of Lay Bear by 1 turn for each enemy killed by the skill. Remove all increased defense debuffs from all allies and then attack all allies. That's a pretty cool move. So I'm sure there's going to be some waves. She might be pretty key in the Shadowkin faction wars, because there's probably going to be some waves with some pretty strong buffs, and she can remove the defense buff and then attack all enemies. So that's a strong move right there. When it goes up to these guys up here, the big boys, Yoshi is great for Super Mario. He's not really that great for this game, but you can think about that guy. But when it comes to Ninja is awesome. He has the HP burn. He has this passive for the boss. When there's going to be this boss rounds, you're going to bring Ninja in your group. He is a boss killer. The escalation just adds up his attack to 100% and crit damage to 25%. Each time he hits the enemy. So he's awesome. And then he can also help you with the wave content, with clearing or freezing the waves, so you can get past them. Genzen is your defense down champion that you might need for all enemies. You can get him all decreased defense. Each critical hit fills his turn meter by 10%. He's going to constantly be attacking. All of his moves increases his turn meter. This is a fast champion. He has decent base stats, 100 speed starting. And then we go off to Lady Kimmy. Lady Kimmy and Genzen, they're just going to be attacking the whole time. You won't even have a chance, or the bad guys won't even have a chance to attack. They're going to be a great duo to put together. She does not have a good aura for this because it's going to be Doom Tower. So just keep that in mind. Don't use her aura for the faction wars because it's not going to help out. She also can place block buffs. She can decrease the turn meter. She can increase your turn meter. She can, what else does she do? Decrease accuracy and speed. So, and then this one hits 2 different targets. Will attack the person with the highest turn meter, and then after that, if there is the next person, it attacks the next person with the next highest turn meter. If there's only one champion left, it's a 2 times hitter, so it's a pretty good move. Riho, I don't know too many people that have her. I don't know how I have her. She's awesome. Whatever she gets a debuff on her, she removes it and puts it back onto the attacker. It's instant. It's like it's her passive, I believe, right? Will not transfer debuffs that cannot be removed. So yeah, whenever receiving a debuff, instantly transfers them to the champion, or from this champion to the attacker. So amazing. This is a pretty strong move. It removes all debuffs from all allies. You can book it down all the way down to a 3-turn cooldown. Also heals all allies by 30% of their max HP, and by further 5% for each debuff removed. So she is an awesome healer. She's not a reser, but she's a great healer. She will remove all the debuffs. Yeah, if you're going against champions that put insane amount of debuffs, she's gonna remove them. This move right here actually hits harder than you think. When she hits someone, she could put all those debuffs on them. Let's see here. Places a stun debuff on the target enemy for 1 turn, as well as HP burn debuff. 60%. Yeah, she puts all these on them, and then she attacks after all those debuffs are on the enemy. So they got all these weakens, defense, decrease defense, HP burn, stun, then attacks the target. So she hits pretty hard. Now she has a good aura. She has a really strong ally attack that you could put in there for 42%. That's a high attack percentage. So if you want to get some damage and make those runs faster, she could be a good lead to put in there. Gamiran, I got him. I haven't tested him too much. I was just excited to get him. He's a pretty cool champion. I actually got him on my free-to-play account for some kind of odd luck that was going on there. He basically prevents them from reviving. That's his key component. He stops them from reviving. It's like a Lydia, but it's an actual move. It's not a passive. So if they're already dead, he attacks all enemies, and he will put like a block revive on those any of those enemies. So if you're going against like a group with a Siphi, which I'm sure there's probably going to be a Siphi in here. This, you know, it's a new faction wars. They're going to be strong. You're going to go against some Siphis, and if a Rhodos dies next to her, he uses that move, and Siphi cannot res him. So that might be something key to think about. We don't know what the waves are going to be like. So, you know, all those legendary champions are great, except for Yoshi, because he's meant for Super Mario. I'm sure he might have something good that you can use, but he is fast. He's really fast, you know. Maybe you can use his aura. He has a great aura. Or Boro. A Boro is great for decreased defense. So if you don't have a Genzen or another decreased defense, she will attack on her, what is that? What's her A1? Attack one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Will attack all enemies instead if his target's under 4 more debuffs. So if your Riho goes first and she puts that huge, like all those debuffs on the champion that Oboro uses her A1 on, Oboro is going to put decreased defense on everyone else. So she's pretty strong. She also has a perfect veil, which makes her hard to hit sometimes, and she can increase crit damage, and she's strong. She's a very strong champion. So when it goes down to the rares and the uncommons, there are some good ones down here. I think Marauder's okay. He hits pretty good. I think he has it all out. Yeah, attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. So you're gonna want to get some of those champions that can hit all enemies. So he also puts a reflect damage buff on all allies except for this champion. So that's a pretty strong move. Marauder could help you out a lot if you got that guy. And yeah, Fanatic I think is alright as well. He attacks one enemy, could put decreased defense, and has a 30% chance of placing the big one. What else do we got here? Transferring 2 random debuffs. Those skills can work out, but they're rares for a reason. Genbo, heavy hitter, a very strong attempt champion. You want to get some high damage. Maybe pair him with Oboro. And then Taragi gets going on there. Fenshi is great for the clan boss. I always say that. He has decreased speed. That doesn't help with the clan boss, but the decreased speed is great for the A1 and attacks one enemy 3 times. So he has a 90% chance of placing that decreased speed, and then 100% when booked. So attacks one enemy, each chance has a 50% chance of decreasing the target turns remainder. Attacks one enemy 2 times, and then can place a poison debuff on the target for 3 turns. Will ignore 10% of the target's defense for each poison debuff. You could pair Fenshi with Toragi. That would be a great combo too. So yeah, it's almost here. Anytime now. I know they're going to be updating the game, and we're going to be getting some new content added. The Hydra clan boss, it's kind of sad for me. I'm not so excited about the Hydra clan boss. It's not awesome content that I really like. It's a little harder for me. I'm not big brain like some of the other creators, but I do like to put stuff on auto. I'm very casual. I'm not like one of those ones who has spreadsheets and figure out all the ins and outs, but it could get to that point. Maybe I get really into this and you guys want me to get better at kind of explaining rotations and in the moves and all that kind of stuff, and I probably will be doing that in the future. All right, well, I think that's gonna probably be it for today. Keep in mind, the Shadowkin faction, gotta get ready for those guys. Get your Shadowkin leveled up, get them ready, and then you shouldn't have a huge problem, going through some of that new content coming out. So I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. All right, bye.